Going on, everybody? Just gonna share the live with a few people. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this live. I'm not sure, not sure how long I'll be on here. The dog's about to knock me down. Just trying to share the live with a few people, so bear with me, y'all. Going to talk about credit repair scams in 2026. Again, if y'all will share the live as well. Getting my cardio in for the day. Since I didn't do it at the gym earlier, and I hope I even have service. I may not have service way out here where I'm at, but yeah, when it comes to credit repair scams, obviously you guys already know to stay away from Pinnacle Credit Repair. That's the biggest scammer on YouTube. But then you've got the Credit Plug, you've got Ask Kristen, you got many, many more. So you already know about these three, to stay away from them. They're doing illegal credit sweeps, and they're going to ruin your credit worse than you've already ruined your credit. And I hate to say it that way, but that's the fact of how that works. So if you're reaching out to a company, you want to make sure that you ask them, what method are you using to dispute these negative items? Are you sending in FTC reports? Are you filing false police reports? And you're not asking them this because you want them to do this. You're asking them this because you want to make sure they are not doing this, because you don't want to get in trouble. I'm not in Texas. So that's one thing that our favorite scammer loves to say. Well, he's in Georgia and it's illegal to run a credit repair business in Georgia. The business is based out of Texas. And in fact, the business, more than likely within the next couple months, will be moved to Florida, because that's where the attorneys are. And I want to keep it as close as possible to the attorneys. So I'm working on getting that done as well. But make sure that the company is bonded. Make sure they have a bond. In fact, their bond number should be in, these dogs are something else. Their bond number should be in the agreement you sign. And most companies don't, well, they don't put it in there because they're not bonded to work in any state for credit repair. But plus they don't want to pay those hefty fees that it costs to get bonded in each state. So also, you want to make sure that you are not paying them through Cash App, PayPal, Stripe, Venmo, Bitcoin, Chime, and I'm sure there's many more. You should only be paying through debit or credit card, and if you're paying via Zelle, you should only pay if it's going through the company's business account. Not some person named Josh that nobody has any idea who the heck they are. But, you know, our favorite credit repair scammer, when people pay him, it goes to a Josh K, because his credit's so bad he can't even get a checking account. But he's on here talking about credit. It's kind of funny, but scammers are desperate. Scammers don't care if they're breaking the law. They don't care about the laws, rules, and regulations of credit repair. They don't. Their main goal is to get you on a phone call, convince you that they can save the world, including yourself, and fix your credit in 30, 60 to 90 days. 2026 is going to be no different than 2025 when it comes to credit repair scams. The only difference is there will be more of those scammers than there was in 2025. And that's a fact. Since COVID, every single year, there's more and more scammers getting into the credit repair industry using this, well, you were a victim of the data breach, so you can use that to remove negative accounts. That data breach has nothing to do with that Discover card you opened up. Has nothing to do for that new Nissan Titan that you bought. It has nothing to do with that personal loan you got. If you bought that stuff yourself, what does the data breach have to do with that? How can you use that to remove those collections, to remove those charge-offs, to remove that repossession? How can you use that to remove it legally? You cannot. I'm here to tell you, you cannot. And this whole, you're selling my person for monetary, you literally gave them all the written permission they need. I'll never get why that's so hard for consumers to understand. But to be fair, when you got people like Durain Delavante, and I might have said his name wrong, telling you that you can use this law and this law to remove anything, they're not reading the whole law to you. They're only reading the part of the law that sounds good, the part that sounds sexy, I guess you can say, that sounds like, oh yeah, that's definitely going to get it removed. Permissible purpose and right to privacy, and just, it's all BS. I'm here to tell you it's all BS. Yes, it is. It is cool out. But I got the dogs keeping me company, so that's good. And I'm getting a little bit of cardio in before ball tonight, so that's a good thing too. Probably won't be on here too long, y'all, but yeah, credit repair scams in 2026 are going to go up. There's going to be more scammers getting into this industry, because another thing that consumers have to understand is all those people on TikTok and YouTube and the data breach and everything else, they're teaching other consumers how to start a credit repair business using these illegal methods. So obviously there's going to be more credit repair scams out there for consumers to fall for. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. But you want to make sure that the company is doing factual disputing. Now, if they're doing factual disputing with consumer laws, that's perfectly fine. But if they're just using consumer laws, you're not going to get the results you want. If they're using Metro 2, you're going to be very, very disappointed with the results, if you get any results at all through Metro 2. If y'all do have any questions, just leave them in the live chat. The only reason I decided to go live again was because, well, I'm getting my walking in, so I figured I'd go live for a few minutes and talk about credit repair scams. Also, remember, if they ask you to pay them with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Chime, Stripe, Bitcoin, those are all huge red flags. You should not be paying them with any of those payment methods. Real companies accept debit cards and credit cards, but guess what? Scammers can't get a payment gateway. Scammers cannot get a payment gateway, therefore they don't accept debit cards and credit cards. And also, scammers know that if you did pay with a debit card or a credit card, you would do a chargeback. And they don't want to run the risk of you doing a chargeback because you got scammed. But that's how it works, unfortunately. Oh man. But yes, I will definitely go live again tomorrow at some point. So if y'all don't have any questions today, that's fine. But just be careful of credit repair scams in 2026. Pinnacle Credit Repair is not the only one you have to worry about. In fact, we have exposed him so much that I don't see him being around much longer anyway, because people simply aren't falling for his scam anymore. Between all the review videos, I've had a couple people on my channel make videos about how he scammed them, I got a couple more that want to get on here and leave a video review, but they're scared because obviously the little 5 foot nothing is threatening them if they do anything like that. And I'm here to tell y'all, don't be scared of that guy. He's not going to do anything. He is all talk. He is all talk. Nobody knows where he's at. He's still hiding. So, I mean, you ain't got to worry about him. He won't hurt a fly. And if you'll notice, when he called me out to box with him, he knew that he was hiding in Vietnam and couldn't come back to the States at the time. But ever since he's been back, not once has he called me out to box at a gym in New York where he's not even at. And if he's watching this, which I know he will eventually, we can make that happen still if you don't run and flee the country again to hide from all the people that you scammed or the girlfriend that you beat up. But we do have to do it on a YouTube live so everybody can see it. That's the only thing I ask for. It has to be done on YouTube live. Always make sure when you work with a company that they're showing you their work. Now, the one thing that they can do that can mislead you in a way is they can show you the regular dispute letters, but they're not going to share that FTC report with you or that false police report that they filed on your behalf. They're not going to show you that stuff. I can go ahead and tell you that. Well, I say they won't, but our favorite scammer, Pinnacle Credit Repair, literally posted in his community channel where he told one of his clients to send in an FTC report, and the client said that they would not accept the FTC report, which is hilarious, but our post got taken down. That as well. Never send in an FTC report unless you are a true victim of identity theft. And if you open that account yourself, you are not a victim of identity theft. If you open that account yourself, you are not a victim of the data breach. You can be a victim of the data breach, but that data breach has nothing to do with accounts that you opened. That makes absolutely no sense. But you still got people on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube preaching about how these methods fix everything. All your problems will go away if you sign up for our credit sweep, or our data breach method, or you're reporting this information for monetary gain, or you're sharing this information for monetary gain without my written consent. It's just crazy the stuff that consumers believe when it comes to credit repair. And so much of it's a lie. And I mean, if you really just think about what they're telling you, that alone shows you they have absolutely no idea what they are talking about, and that it makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. Marshmallow, sorry. You're very welcome. So I know some people reach out to me and say, hey, are you really trying to help consumers? Or are you just trying to batch your competition? Listen, scammers are not my competition. We run a legal credit repair company based out of Austin, Texas, and we are partnered with attorneys who reside in Florida. Again, that's why I'm working on moving the company to Florida, because I want to be as close to the attorneys as possible. Make sure if you sign any agreements with a credit repair company that it has in the agreement the state they are bonded in with the bond number. This is extremely important that you have this information. You want to copy and paste it or screenshot it too after you sign it. I'm not going to tell you why in this video, but eventually I'm going to tell y'all why it's so important to have the company's bond number. A scammer's not going to have a bond number. A scammer's probably not going to have an EIN number. Scammer's probably not going to have an LLC or an LLC or an S Corp or anything like that either. It's possible, but again, you can always tell a scam, a credit repair scam, especially when it comes time to pay. They're going to either want you to pay a one-time fee, or they're going to want you to pay a ton of money up front and then a ton of money each month. And they are not following the credit repair laws, rules, and regulations, not even just a little bit. So just be careful, because as soon as they ask for Cash App, as soon as they ask for Venmo, as soon as they ask for Stripe, as soon as they ask for Bitcoin, Chime, it is a huge red flag. And if you are sending a payment through Zelle, make sure that it's going to the business account who you signed up with credit repair. Because if not, it's going into a personal account for one. Two, that's a huge red flag, because why is it going into a personal account instead of an actual business account? Oh, these dogs are hilarious. Sorry, I got sidetracked there, but yeah, there's very few credit repair companies in this industry who are doing legal, legit credit repair. And that's what makes it so hard live stream to figure out which company to go with. But I can tell you, if they're claiming to remove everything in 4 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, if they're guaranteeing to remove everything in any time frame, it is a scam. If they're telling you they can raise your credit score by 50, 100, 200 points, it is a scam. In fact, it is illegal for a credit repair company to guarantee to remove anything from your credit report, and it's also illegal for them to guarantee your credit score to jump out X amount of points. But they know they can use that as a sales strategy to convince you to sign up for their scam. So that's what they do. They convince you that they can guarantee you all these crazy results. Now, do they know that they can't do that? Yes. Because even the illegal stuff that they're doing, it doesn't always work. Credit sweeps don't always work. FTC reports don't always work. False police reports don't always work. And they know this too. But just keep in mind, if you go to a scammer first and they do a credit sweep, and then you go to a company like mine who does this the right way and the legal way, you just made our job 10 times harder, because that information stays in the system for 24 months. In other words, once the credit sweep has been performed on your credit, let's just say it does work. 3 months down to later, everything right back on the report. Now you decide to do everything the legal way and the right way. Well, guess what? The first thing they're going to do is, one, ignore your disputes, or two, they're going to respond with, well, last month or 3 months ago, you was a victim of identity theft, and now you want to fix your credit the right way by pointing out the stuff that's inaccurate and incomplete and unverifiable. So it makes no sense, and you won't be able to sue for any type of violations. You won't be able to get any of the debt waived, and you're just going to have to wait for the stuff to fall off, unless you send the bureaus a letter stating that you want all disputes to be removed from your credit file within the last 24 months that have been sent in. If you don't get that done first after you've done a credit sweep, or you paid somebody to do a credit sweep, that stuff ain't coming off your report. It is not coming off your report. And I know y'all don't want to hear that, but I'm just telling you, I know I've helped so many consumers that have went through these scammers first. When they come to me, it's like, what the heck's going on? And it's like, it's the illegal credit sweep that they performed on the consumer's behalf. So until we get all the last 24 months of disputes deleted completely from your credit file, nothing's going to work. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but that's just the truth and the facts of how it works. And that's what I'm here to tell y'all, the truth and the facts about how it works. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear just so you'll sign up for my services. I'm here again to tell you the truth and the facts about how credit repair actually works. I don't care if you sign up with my company. I don't. I really don't, y'all. I truly don't. I care about y'all getting scammed. I do not want y'all to get scammed by these scammers like Pinnacle Credit Repair, the Credit Plug, the Ash Kristen lady who's changed her channel name so many times. I think it's 740 Credit or something. But that's what scammers do too. They will change the name of their YouTube channel. She's done changed hers several times. Pinnacle Credit Repair will change his from Pinnacle Credit Repair to Pinnacle Credit Management. Listen up, buddy boy. You better wise up and wise up quick. Not sure who this is, but lightning bolt can strike anybody at any time. And just like this person, anybody that wants to come on here and say good things or bad things, you're more than welcome. You're not going to get me worked up one bit, because you're probably either a friend of the scammer or this is the scammer on one of his many fake YouTube channels. Watch out now. So yes, whether you have something good to say or something bad to say, you're more than welcome to comment. You're more than welcome to ask questions. It doesn't bother me one bit. And if you have a problem with me exposing scammers, then I'm sorry for you. Go to one of their channels and be friends with them is all I can tell you. Because you're not going to find a buddy here. Not if you're all for credit repair scams and you don't like the fact that I'm exposing these scammers. Watch out. Anybody have any questions? Thanks, Apache Bree. Yeah, so calling me buddy and telling me to wise up and wise up quick, I'm literally exposing people that are doing illegal stuff. And you, instead of telling them to wise up, you tell me to wise up, which is hilarious, but hey, it is what it is. Whatever makes you feel better. Doesn't bother me one bit. I'm gonna finish up my last lap. But again, if y'all have anything to say, good or bad, it doesn't matter. Leave it in the live chat for me and everybody else to see. Watch out. I think these dogs are getting tired more than I am. But yes, I will continue, as long as I have this channel, I will continue to give y'all options. I can help you fix your credit. I can refer you to another company that does legal credit repair. What I'm not gonna do is keep my mouth shut about these scammers who get on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else and lie to y'all about how it's actually legal, how you are technically a victim of identity theft. And it's wild the amount of misinformation out there on credit repair and fixing your credit, especially the right way and the legal way. Watch out. All right, y'all, I'm a little over halfway done with my lap, actually about 3/4. So if y'all have any questions, now will be the time to leave them in the live chat. Again, whether you have something good to say or something bad to say, whether you're crying or whether you're happy or whatever, just put it in the live chat for everybody to see. I don't delete comments unless you're cussing or using racial slur. because I don't allow that at all. Watch out. But yeah, as soon as a credit repair company starts asking you for payment through Cash App, Kyle, what's going on? Through Cash App, if they're asking for Bitcoin, Chime, Venmo, what's the other one? PayPal, Stripe. And again, if they ask for you to Zelle them money, do not send that money if it's not going into a direct business account. If it has some person named Josh K, for example, you know it's a scam. It's going into a personal account. This is a business transaction. It should not be going into a personal bank account. But a real business like ours accepts debit cards and credit cards. And I'm going to do one more. Not sure, honestly. I never watch the weather. I never watch the weather. Just out here. I didn't get my cardio in this morning at the gym, so I'm getting it now. And then I have basketball later on tonight, which I'll get plenty of cardio in then. So it was a beautiful day yesterday. I'm not sure what that says. Were you the MNTS? Not sure what that means. Watch out. Sorry, I gotta respond to this. Sorry, y'all. Cool, bro. Basketball is awesome. No, I'm not in the mountains. No, I'm not. Oh, it just happened, but yeah, I love basketball. I quit playing. So in 2020, when COVID started, I quit going to the gym. I quit playing ball. And then last year, I don't know, around August, I got back into working out, got back into playing ball. And the season starts, I believe, either 2 weeks from today or 3 weeks from today. So just getting ready for that, which I'm kind of excited about. Not as excited as I was when I first started back playing, but because I stay so freaking sore from the gym that it makes it hard to play. I'm so sore sometimes. That sounds good, man. But yeah, 2026 credit repair scams. God bless you as well. That's because he wants more time with Queen Vanessa. Yeah, and she's probably on here. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I sent her the live link actually. But I'm finishing up my last lap, but I'm with this. Every year, credit repair scams go up. And obviously they've been around for years and years and years. But when COVID started, that's when they really started to grow, like really, really fast. And every year since then has gotten worse and worse, because not only are the scammers out here advertising their credit repair scam, they have whole communities teaching people how to start a credit repair business and do the same exact scam for their clients as well. So, there's Vanessa right there. I figured she was on here, but Yeah, and then when it comes to the payments, if they ask for Cash App, red flag. If they ask for PayPal, red flag. Stripe, red flag. Bitcoin, red flag. Chime, red flag. Venmo, red flag. And if they do ask for Zelle, make sure it's going into a business account, not some guy named Josh K's personal account like Pinnacle Credit Repair does because he can't even get a business account. Y'all trusted y'all's credit repair with people that can't even get a checking account. That just blows my mind. But I get it. They know how to talk. They tell you what you want to hear. And that's how they get you. That is how they get you. But I'm going to let's do another lap. Why not? I got a little bit of aqua left, so let's do that. Y'all have any questions, leave them in the live chat. I'm starting to get warm. Starting to get warm. All this hair I got, I'm just kidding. But yeah, 2026 is going to be crazy. A lot of consumers are going to be getting scammed for credit repair. And I wish there was more I could do to prevent y'all or consumers, I don't want to say y'all, from getting scammed. But sometimes the only way consumers can learn is by going to these people that are offering fake hope and fake dreams. Do one for the corpse. Yeah, so never ever send somebody money for credit repair through Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, PayPal, Chime, Bitcoin. You really only want to pay through debit card or credit card. That way, once they scam you, you can get your money back. You send somebody Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, stuff like that, you're not going to get your money back. And these scammers know that you're not going to get your money back. And that's why they want you to pay them with these payment methods. And of course, you just want your credit fixed. Most consumers do. They want it fixed so bad they're desperate that they fall for these, I can wipe everything off in 4 days, or give me 30, 60, 90 days, we'll get everything wiped off your report. Well, the only way they're able to guarantee that, and the only way they feel confident to guarantee that, is because they know what they're doing is illegal, and there's a really good chance that the bureaus are going to remove the stuff or block the stuff temporarily, and they're going to rush you to go get whatever it is you need before it goes right back on your report. And keep in mind, some banks, after approving you, once all that stuff's back on their report, because they will review your report from time to time, they're going to take that from you because they're going to realize what you've done. And another thing these companies aren't telling you, now this goes for legitimate credit repair companies like mine, or even the scams like Pinnacle Credit Repair. Once the stuff's removed from your credit report, you can't go back to those banks. That data is just not on the credit bureau side. They still have it on their side. So if somebody gets a chase charge off deleted from your credit report, you still owe that debt, and it's still in their system. Don't go back to that bank thinking you're going to get approved for something, because you are not going to get approved for it. Pray for a beautiful woman for everything credit, and he got you. Just hope you never get LASIK and see what he really looks. Yeah, I know. She definitely needs glasses. I don't know what she sees in this. A white boy. Well, okay, I can't say too much, but anyway. Yeah, appreciate all the comments. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Appreciate all you that have trusted us with your credit. We are here to help you. We are not here to scam you. If you do want to get scammed, don't care about illegal stuff, highly recommend Pinnacle Credit Repair. He'll scam you, and he'll also treat you like crap when you question his scams. So again, if you don't care about illegal stuff being done, go right on over there and let him treat you like crap. But I don't recommend you doing that if you want your credit to actually get fixed and get fixed the legal way. So it looks like I'm doing another lap. I've done lost count how many laps I've done. So yeah, this will definitely be the last one. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about credit repair, dog trying to jump on me, credit sweeps, payment methods that scammers use, just leave them in the live chat, because after this, the lawful way, yes, scammers will get you matching bracelets. Yes, they will. It's coming. It may not come this year, may not come next year, but when it does, the amount of consumers who are going to be in trouble is just going to be, they're going to have to build more jails and more prisons just for these people who paid somebody to commit fraud on their behalf. And the CROs are going to be right behind them. They won't catch as much heat. And in a way, it's not fair, but at the same time, you, the consumer, hired that person. You had to know they were scamming you whenever they told you that they guaranteed they could remove everything off your credit report. Some of these companies will even ask the consumer to mail the FTC report off with the dispute letters and file them on the CFPB complaints. So if the company that you're working with, they do CFPB complaints, make sure you're able to log in and make sure they are not filing CFPB, or make sure they are not filing FTC reports. If they are filing FTC reports, you need to reach out to the FTC and let them know you hired a credit repair company that is committing fraud on your behalf. You want to get ahead of this before you get in trouble. You don't want to wait until they come looking for you to then say, oh, well, I hired a company to do this. They're going to simply say, well, we don't care. You paid them to commit fraud on your behalf. So it's not worth it in the long run, y'all. I promise you, it is not worth it in the long run. It may seem nice now because you're trying to buy a house, or you're trying to buy a car, or maybe you're even trying to start a business. But once they come down on you, trust me, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. And 9 times out of 10, this stuff's going to end up right back on your credit report. And now it's going to be 10 times harder for you to remove, or a legitimate credit repair company to remove, because of the shady stuff that has already been performed on your behalf. Again, nobody cares that you paid a scammer to do this. They don't care that you paid a scammer to commit fraud. They don't care if you didn't know they were committing fraud on your behalf. They feel like you should be smarter than that. Because again, what does the data breach have to do with the credit card that you signed up for? It has nothing to do with that. You are not a victim of identity theft if you signed up for a credit card, got a car loan, it got repossessed. You're not a victim of identity theft. That is fraud, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I know nobody wants to hear that. Consumers don't like to hear, some consumers, most consumers, they don't like to hear the truth, especially if the truth doesn't sound good. But that's what I'm here to tell y'all, is the truth and the facts of how credit repair works, how credit repair scams work, how to see the red flags, how not to fall for the scams. Just be careful, y'all, because 2026 is going to be worse than 2025. And guess what? Until they start hounding these people and actually taking them off to jail, 2027 will be worse than 2026. That's all I got for now. I will go live again tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great Monday, and I will see y'all on the next live.